It is 1 month and 8 days since government rolled out food distribution to the vulnerable people affected by coronavirus lockdown. Kawempe Division was among the first to benefit from the support, especially those who are not salary earners. Later, the food distribution exercise was rolled out to all the 5 divisions of Kampala, Wakiso, and currently even in Mukono district.
But then we started both planning and execution at the same time. We could not wait. We could not wait for the mobilization to get finished. So we started with what was there. We had only 27 pickups for the food distribution. We started with that one. We had less beans in the stores. We couldn't wait. We started. And indeed, by the time we had now reached into full mobilization of resources, where we had like now 200 pickups to do the food distribution. We had already served about 99,000 households. So we couldn't wait. It was good that we had started. Otherwise, ordinarily, if we had started when everything was as it is now, then we should have already completed the exercise, despite the fact that there are rains and sometimes rain affects and so on. And as I told you, like last week,
much as some of the parishes in the 5 divisions have not yet received their share of the government support, 1 million people have so far benefited from the program.
We should have even served more than the 370,000 households that we had served as of yesterday, but certain times we are affected by, like, say, weather, that's rain. Last week we lost about 15 hours of food distribution. So that reduced our speed a bit. But then also you'll notice that in the last 2 weeks, our distribution pace has been a little bit more than what we used to do before. Actually, in like this is, if I can say, this is the week 5 of our distribution. This is now the 5th week of the food distribution. But you realize that the real distribution has taken place over the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks. The other 3 weeks were more of in a mobilization stage.
By Monday morning, the food distribution exercise in Kampala parishes such as Mutungo, Luzira, Butabika, Chanja, and Chitintali was nearing completion. However, Mukono and Wakiso districts still have more days for the exercise to be completed.
To say that the figures are not the most important now, but rather the area that we have covered is the most important. Because the figures that we had been given, say, at the start was about 1.5 million people. About 1.5 million people. But then you realize, like, say, where we are now in Mutungo, we are almost completing this Nakawa area. We're almost completing Nakawa division. Kawempe division is virtually complete. And so you find that Kampala is almost getting complete. But then we are not yet at the 1.5. Despite the fact that Mukono and Wakiso, there are still some areas.
Reacting to the criticism making rounds on social media concerning the delay in food distribution, Mr. Obbo says they have now acquired more cars and manpower to ensure that the exercise goes on smoothly.
You know, the lie keeps on walking on clutches. The truth overtakes it somewhere. So all those that have been throwing, and there have been some few people who have been like trying to mobilize people, like make some noise here and there, want food and so on. To those that we have not yet reached, please be patient. You see, we are coming. We are coming. It's only that we could not come immediately because we had to mobilize these resources. That's one. Then secondly, we changed the method of distribution.
We face so many challenges. One of them is weather, because what we are distributing has issues to do with rain. 2 is the enough supplies. Because we open very big areas, so you end up finding issues of supplies reaching late, or sometimes everyone is at the store, wants to take to other divisions. So such delays also affect our speed. You end up finding that somewhere where you could have spent like 2 days, you have to go for 3 days or 4. So that has also been a challenge. The other challenge is the access to these areas. The access is not good because cars cannot reach far. So we carry food for long distances, which also affects our delivery speed.
For UBC TV News, I am Philip Aguta in Kampala.